Hey, did you know that there is a spiritual realm that is unseen? Let's talk about it.
Put on the full armor of God so that you are able to stand against the schemes of the devil.
It's interesting that it starts out with finally. Right? So Paul, up to this moment, has covered a lot of territory, from the big picture of our salvation and eternally and all that, to how we're to live as believers. Getting down the last episode, we talked about the family relationships and how God cares about those things and gives us instructions. But now, after all having said that, now he dives into, however, there's something more that could be even more important, which is the spiritual realm and the struggle that we have that is not in the flesh.
Verse 12, for our struggle is not, like you're saying, our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the powers, against the worldly forces of this darkness, and against the spiritual forces of wickedness in the heavenly places.
Yeah.
Therefore, take up the full armor of God so that you may be able to resist when the times are evil, and after you have done everything, to stand firm.
So it's very clear from this passage when he talks about our struggle is not against flesh and blood. So there's two aspects to that. Flesh and blood is us, right, at work. But the bigger battle often is with other people. We have disagreements in the community of believers. Right. I've been leading congregations for 35 years, and over those years, we've definitely seen conflicts, and the enemy loves that, right? And one of his schemes, because it says schemes of the devil, one of his schemes is to blind us from this idea that it's actually the enemy's at work stirring up disagreement and disunity. And if we just pause for a moment and go, wait a second, the enemy's at work here. You're my brother. You're my sister. We're not going to fight. We're not going to have this. Let's come to agreement. If I need to ask forgiveness, I'll do that.
Right.
Vice versa. Let's recognize who's really the enemy at work. You're not my enemy. And anyone out there who maybe has had a bad experience in a church or a congregation, right? Said, oh, I'm done with that. No, that's what the enemy wants. The enemy wants to keep us isolated. No, God wants us to be in relationship. Sometimes in spite of the disunity that we might see or the hurt that we've experienced